On tonight's episode of the podcast, we are non-spoiler talking the number one movie in the world right now, Brad Pitt's new racing drama, F1. Does it live up to the hype? We're going to talk about it. Megan is back. That's right. Hold on to your vaginas. Megan is back for Megan 2.0. Is this one as good as the first one, or is it a major letdown? We're going to talk about it. Over on the TV side, checked out the new Apple TV Plus show Smoke. Checked out the new Prime Video show Countdown, and I just finished Ironheart. That's right, the final 3 episodes dropped, so we're going to talk about the final 3. How did Ironheart do its finale? We're going to talk about it, so strap on in. It's time for a new Am I on the Air? Well, what is going down, everybody? Welcome back to another brand new edition of Am I on the Air? My name is DONMEGA, and I'm your host. I'm so happy that you're here to join me once again to get caught up with all the latest and greatest when it comes to entertainment news in television and non-spoiler reviews. You come right here on a week-by-week basis to get caught up with it all. It's season 30, episode 10, and tonight's show is titled This Is Just the Start. We're going to be breaking down news from June the 25th through today, July the 1st. Can you believe it? It is July, guys. We are in the middle of summer. July is here. We have Jurassic Park coming. We got Superman coming. We got I Know What You Did Last Summer coming. We got Fantastic Four coming. July is a stacked month, man. Such a stacked month, and I cannot wait to see it all. And on top of that, today, July 1st, is my anniversary. It is my 13-year wedding anniversary. So shout out to my wife. We celebrated today, took the day off from work. We were able to hang out, have some fun. And man, I just can't believe it. 13 years. And here I am. Because how dedicated I am to this show. I am still broadcasting live and doing a new episode on my anniversary because I love all y'all and we need to stay on point. So let's get on into it, guys. I got a couple movies to talk about, a couple TV shows, and then, of course, the news of the week. So let's jump on in. Over on the movie side, yes, I talked about it in the intro. It is the new number one movie. It is all the hype. It is F1. F1 the movie. This one here directed by Joseph Kosinski, who did Top Gun Maverick. He did Tron Legacy, so really, really strong director. It is produced by Jerry Bruckheimer. These are the people that were behind Top Gun Maverick. And yeah, this is basically Top Gun Maverick in cars, so we're going to talk about that. Racing legend Sonny Hayes is coaxed out of retirement to lead a struggling Formula One team and mentor a young hotshot driver while chasing one more chance at glory. So you got Brad Pitt, you got Damson Idris, you got Javier Bardem, Kerry Condon. So that is your main crew here. And yeah, I was very excited for this one. I'm not usually big on racing. I'm not a racing fan. I don't typically like racing movies. Every once in a while, one will come out, it'll hit me, and it'll do its thing. What really got me here was the trailers, man, and just the technology they were using and how tight the driving looked. And, they were using a lot of the same technology they used in Top Gun Maverick when they were filming the jets. So I was intrigued and I was like, you know what? Let's go do it. This looks like a big summer popcorn flick. Went and checked it out. And really, really loved it. I mean, I dug this movie, guys, for sure. Brad Pitt is awesome in this. I love the dynamic between him and Damson Idris. You've seen this kind of thing before. Damson Idris is the cocky young driver who doesn't want to listen to the old timer, but Brad Pitt's coming in trying to give some wisdom, and then you got everything else around it, right? The racing is phenomenal. The story is pretty bland. You see where it's going. There's really nothing crazy in the story here, but it's really at the end of the day not about the story when you watch a movie like this. It's about the driving. It's about the action and the performances and just everybody out of the park with this thing here. And like I said, directed by Joseph Kosinski, produced by Jerry Bruckheimer. This is really truly a Maverick of racing. So Top Gun Maverick, have you seen? I can't think of any other way to explain better. I hope that means something to you. And I think if you go in with those expectations, you're gonna have a good time with this one. So I say go and check it out and have a blast with this thing because I know I did. I give F1 4 out of 5 stars. Next movie up and back to the theater. I actually took my daughter here to see this one. The daughter really be getting into horror, and she loved the first Megan movie. So she was asking me, can I see Megan 2? Can I see Megan 2? On the fence, and then I saw it was PG-13, so I said, all right, we'll see Megan 2.0. Let's go. After the underlying tech from Megan is stolen and misused by a powerful defense contractor to create a military-grade weapon known as Amelia, Megan's creator Gemma realizes that the only option is to resurrect Megan and give her a few upgrades, making her faster, stronger, and more lethal. Oh man. Okay, so you got your whole cast back from the movie, like Williams, like Violet McGraw, right? Um, but then you get Ivana Sacco here as Amelia, and she was really, really good. And I've only known her; she was in Ahsoka. She was one of the bad Jedi's in Ahsoka, and she did a great job in this. She was awesome, Amelia. And how do I even with non-spoiler on this thing here? So if you've seen the trailer, you see that they're kind of doing something a little different here, right? They kind of go a little bit of Terminator 2 approach, where Megan was the villain in part one. She turns out to be kind of the hero of part two because there's an even badder robot that's out there, like Amelia, which is exactly Terminator 2. You know what? When I saw the trailer, I was down with that premise. I said, you know what? That I can see that working. Let's do it. Let's see. I gave them props for doing something a little different with the sequel. Unfortunately, it doesn't really work. Um, I was very disappointed in this movie, extremely disappointed in this movie because I did like Megan, the first movie, a lot. I really did. Um, and so I was very excited for a sequel, but they didn't give me a sequel to the movie I loved. They gave me something totally different. And I'm up for change, but this was so campy and stupid. It just didn't work for me really at all. What I will say on a positive note is like the last half hour or so is really good. There's a lot of action, there's a lot of stuff going on, and it worked. The movie really worked. That's where it kicked into high gear. But the first hour plus of this movie is so bad. It's so boring. Like I said, they're trying to be funny and it doesn't work. And it just, there's a moment in this movie, and I know they were going to for this silly moment, but I don't know if they meant it to be as silly as it came off because when it started happening, my whole theater just started laughing, and I'm probably not in a good way, because it was just so cringe. And I just don't know, man. And I feel like a lot of people are sharing that sentiment because this movie did not do good at the movie theaters. The first movie made a lot of money, and this one here barely cracked 10 mil and was only good enough for a number 4 debut in the top 10, which is crazy for a movie like this. It should have dominated. Um, it was a loss for me, guys. I'm sorry. Megan 2.0 is one you can definitely skip and you'll be all right. If you are on the fence, I say wait for streaming. It is not worth your theater dollars. So at the end of the day, I give Megan 2.0. It's in the title of the movie. 2 stars. Megan 2.0 gets 2 stars. All right, guys, let's get on over to the TV side. Check out some new shows. The first one up is the new Apple TV Plus show called Smoke. This is a crime thriller. It's a drama. This is about when an arson investigator begrudgingly teams up with a police detective. Their race to stop 2 arsonists ignites a twisted game of secrets and suspicions. This one here is headlined by Taron Egerton and Jernay Smollett. And I love both of these people. Like, they're both outstanding. And the second I saw the trailer, I was like, yes, yes, and yes. Especially when it was on Apple TV Plus, because I've been pimping to y'all that Apple TV Plus is the best streamer out there. So I said, let's go. How do I feel about Smoke? I'm gonna be honest. I like it, but I do not love it. Unfortunately, this is a slow burn. No pun intended. It is a slow burn. First episode, they dropped the first 2 episodes, and I'll say the first episode is extremely boring, very, very slow. The second episode, little bit better. It does finally end with something happening, so I'm hoping at this point that this means from episode 3 on, we're going to be kicking into high gear. I have faith that the show will turn around based on the people behind it, based on it being Apple TV Plus. I have full faith, but I can't lie and say that this show's a banger out the gate like I had hoped it to be. Like I said, first couple episodes, but I'm hoping going in episode 3 we are going to be on a roll. So I still think you should check it out. It's a solid show, just not as high up on my radar as I had hoped it to be. So that is Smoke over on Apple TV Plus. My next new show is Countdown. This one is over on Prime Video. It is a thriller, a drama, a crime mystery. When an officer with the Department of Homeland Security is murdered in broad daylight, LAPD detective Mark Meacham is recruited to a secret task force alongside undercover agents from all branches of law enforcement to investigate. But the hunt for the killer soon uncovers a plot far more sinister than anyone could have imagined, kicking off a race against time to save a city of millions. This one is headlined by Jensen Ackles. We all love Jensen. He always brings his A game. Jessica Camacho and Violet Bean, who were both on the Flash show over on the CW. They're both excellent, and it was good to see them back. Eric Dane is in this show. He's the one that puts the task force together. Uli Latukifu, I love this guy. He was on Young Rock. He portrayed The Rock in that show in his older years. He's awesome, so I'm so glad to see him in something else. So this show had a really good ensemble cast for me, and I was ready for it. And they dropped the first 3 episodes for this one, and I dug it. I dug it a lot. I really liked it. Is it anything super special? No. It's basically a show you've seen before. It's cops, each one, one's the techie, one's the this, the one's the that, one's the badass, one's the hard ass, one's good and undercover. And they put this team together, and they're the ragtag group that doesn't really want to work together, but then they do. And it's a cop procedural, really, at the end of the day. But I really, really dug it. I just thought like it had the humor, it had the action, it was gritty, it had the flow to it, man, and it won me over. So I am word for Countdown as new episodes drop. Like I said, first 3 are there, and then it'll be a weekly rollout going forward. So that is Countdown. And lastly, I gotta go back and talk about Ironheart. On last week's show, they dropped the first 3 episodes. I talked about the first 3. I really, really dug the show. Tonight, they dropped the final 3. It was only 6 episodes, so they dropped the final 3 episodes. I binged all 3. I finished the season up, and overall, I really, really dug this show. I really got into it with all the characters. I love the story. The suits were cool. The technology was cool. I like what they did with all the characters. And as we got to the finale, the show goes batshit crazy. Something big happens in this show that people have been talking about for years, and it finally comes to fruition. The show really ends on a cliffhanger type note, and I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried because there's no word on a second season. There's no word if she's going to be involved in Doomsday or Secret Wars. Where does this character go from here? And with the cliffhanger you did, are we going to see any of this pay off down the road? I always want to hope that Marvel has a vision, that Marvel knows what they're doing. But till I know more, I'm going to be a little hesitant. Um, but it was great, guys. It really, really was. I highly recommend you check it out. If you're a Marvel fan, there's no reason you should be skipping this show. Definitely check out Ironheart. It had everything it needed to go for it, and it won my family over, and it looks like it won most of the internet over. I've seen nothing but a lot of praise on Twitter and threads and everything, so seems like a win-win to me. I think we got a banger on our hands, and we'll see where it goes from here. So that's what we got, guys. Let's do a quick recap. F1 now in theaters, 4 out of 5 stars. Megan 2.0, 2 out of 5 stars. Over on the TV side, we had Smoke. This one is on Apple TV Plus. You can check out the first 2 episodes right now. I'm not really thumbs up, thumbs down at this point, but it's definitely worth you checking out for sure. And then you have Countdown over on Prime Video. Big thumbs up from me. I think you should definitely check that one out. And Ironheart. All 6 episodes are now streaming on Disney Plus. It's time to go check it. Big thumbs up. Love this one. Check out Ironheart. All right, guys. So that's our reviews. Let's get into the box office. Coming in at number 10, it is Karate Kid Legends. Number 9 is Ballerina, which, by the way, Ballerina hit premium VOD as of today. So you can rent or own it for the low price of $25 right now if you'd like to check that out. Number 8 is Materialist. Number 7 is Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. Number 6 is Lilo and Stitch. Number 5 is 28 Years Later. Number 4 is Megan 2.0. We talked about this earlier. Megan 2.0 only bringing in $10 million on about a $20 million budget. First movie was made for under 10 and it made hundreds of millions of dollars. But yeah, this one way off the rails here. Only 10 mil in its debut at number 4. Number 3 is Elio. Number 2 is How to Train Your Dragon. And number 1, F1. We just talked about it. $57 million for its debut here in the United States. That is an awesome debut. Congrats to F1 and team. This is actually an Apple TV movie. So, once it hits its theatrical run ends, you'll be seeing this pop up on Apple TV along with all the other bangers I tell you about. Real quick, also, speaking of premium VOD, today also Marvel dropped Thunderbolts, the new Avengers, right? Thunderbolts is available from premium VOD as well. You can rent or buy it at the low price of $29.99. All right, guys, that is the box office. Let's get on over to our news of the week. We got a brand new poster for Fantastic Four, which hits theaters on July 25th. I really like this poster. And as always, we always joke about it. When a poster drops, typically a trailer drops. And we got the final trailer for Fantastic Four. This is a really good one here. It runs about 2 minutes long, a little over 2 minutes. Get to see a little bit more of the powers and some more action. So looks really cool. I'm so excited for this movie. So definitely check out the Fantastic Four final trailer. Congratulations here. We have a director for the new reboot of James Bond. Dune director Denis Villeneuve has been set to direct the upcoming James Bond movie. Now, all we need is Henry Cavill as James Bond, and I'll be happy. So, we'll see, man. I know he's supposed to make Dune 3, so I don't know when he's going to jump into James Bond, but he has taken the job. So, congratulations, and we'll see where it goes from here. It looks like a sequel to The Social Network is also in the works, with Aaron Sorkin set to write and direct, so that is pretty cool right there. Lee Cronin's Mummy reboot is officially wrapped filming. Daisy Edgar Jones is set to star in Sense and Sensibility. The Jane Austen adaptation will be directed by Georgia Oakley. We have the new trailer for Eden. This one here is a Ron Howard film starring Sydney Sweeney, Ana de Armas, and Vanessa Kirby. That's all I need to know. I'll be there. Day one, baby. That is a hell of a cast. But yeah, Sydney Sweeney, Ana de Armas, and Vanessa Kirby, along with Daniel Bruhl and Jude Law. So this is the first teaser trailer for Eden. This hits theaters August 22nd. We have the first trailer for Roofman. This movie looks awesome. I am so there for it. It is a true story. Channing Tatum and Kristen Dunst star in the first trailer for Roofman. This hits theaters on October 10th. It looks awesome, man. Definitely check out that trailer. It is really, really good. Days of Thunder 2, the Tom Cruise sequel, could cross over with Brad Pitt's F1. Oh, look at that. See, maybe not a Maverick crossover, but we could cross over with Days of Thunder. How about that? So why not? I would love to see it, man. You know, Brad Pitt's character in F1 loved to race lots of different cars, so he could jump into NASCAR and race Tom Cruise. Why not? Let's do it. So I like that. A series based on Mel Brooks' classic Young Frankenstein is nearing a pilot order over at FX. Scott Speedman is booked and busy. That's right, the Grey's Anatomy star is set to headline ABC's R.J. Decker pilot that is being adapted from Carl Hiaasen's Double Whammy. HGTV has pulled the plug on Egypt Sherrod and Mike Jackson's Married to Real Estate, so that one is not coming back for a new season. Congratulations to James Wan, who was just wrapped up on Soulmate. Soulmate is going to be the R-rated Megan spinoff that they're working on. Basically, they're saying Soulmate is set in the same AI universe of Megan, but it's seen through more of a grown-up perspective, one that embraces all of the great erotic thrillers from the 90s. It's like Fatal Attraction, but with robots. I love it. That sounds great to me. Can't wait to see Soulmate. Congratulations to Disney. They are officially moving forward with Lilo and Stitch 2. That movie made so much money, so they are moving forward on that sequel, and I commend you. Go get that money, son. Danny Boyle says that Cillian Murphy won't be in 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple until the end of the film. He's introduced beautifully at the end of that film, and Cillian will be a huge part of the third movie if they get to make it. So for those of you looking for him, that's how it pans out in this new trilogy. Emma Stone and Jesse Plemons star in the first teaser trailer for Yorgos Lanthimos' Bugonia. This is going to hit theaters in October. We have the final trailer for Eddington. This is Ari Aster's new movie that hits July 18th. Joaquin Phoenix and Pedro Pascal star in this trailer. The Punisher special that the Marvel Cinematic Universe is looking to do with John Bernthal. It looks like it's going to start filming later this year, so that is good to finally move forward on that. Reacher Season 4 is going to recast Jay Baruchel's role. He had a family emergency and had to drop out. So just a heads up there because we reported on his casting a couple weeks back, and they're going to have to recast that role. Lex Luthor's DCU role is expected to expand following the Superman movie's release. Heat 2 looks like it's finally moving forward. That's the Michael Mann sequel that he's been working on for a while. Then it kind of stalled, but it looks like it is moving forward again. Jude Law and Jason Bateman have a new Netflix show called Black Rabbit, and this will be hitting Netflix on September 18th. Another HGTV series appears to have bitten the sawdust. Farmhouse Fixer has been canceled, according to host Jonathan Knight. So that's a bummer there that he's not going to be moving forward with any more seasons of that. Paul Dano is set to write and direct a new high-concept comedy with the Daniels set to produce. The Daniels were, of course, the people that did Everything Everywhere All at Once. Circles, a sequel to the 2015 sci-fi thriller Circle, is now filming. Who would have thought you would be getting a sequel to Circles? Jake Gyllenhaal is going to star in an adaptation of Don Winslow's prison survival short novel, Collision, and this will be over at Amazon MGM. Kim Kardashian is being eyed to play the villain in the live-action movie based on the Bratz doll line over at Amazon MGM Studios. All right, Street Fighter, man, they are just stacking this thing up. 50 Cent has officially joined the cast, and again, we already have Jason Momoa, Noah Centineo, Orville Peck, Joe Inouye, aka Roman Reigns, Andrew Koji, and Kalina Liang. So they are stacking this thing up, and the rumor going around right now is that also from WWE, Cody Rhodes might actually be Guile. So we'll see if that one goes to fruition. But man, yeah, Street Fighter is stacking there. Let's see here. Andrew Schultz adding to Street Fighter. He has been cast as Dan Hibiki for the live action movie. Dave Bautista will finally star in his own rom-com. He's been talking about it for years. He says, man, the one movie I really want to do is a rom-com, and now he gets it. That's right. It's going to be called The Romantic. A romance author named Francine, but when he must hire a woman to pose as him at a convention to avoid scrutiny, and all hell goes to loose. So there you go, man. So I love it. Congratulations to Batista. I love this dude, and I'm glad he's finally getting the rom-com that he's hoped for. Um, let's see here. Matt Reeves has finally finished the script for the Batman 2, so that is awesome. That's been for many years now, and it looks like it's finally been turned in, and it's about damn time. It looks like Dr. Odyssey is officially canceled. That's right, ABC looking to cancel it after one season. But then ABC kind of came out and said, no, we haven't really canceled it, but it's also not renewed. So I don't know what they're doing with Dr. Odyssey, but they're fluctuating in between. But from all accounts, it sounds like this thing is canceled. We have the new poster for Together, starring Dave Franco and Allison Brie. Looks pretty awesome right there. We also have a couple new posters for Ryan Gosling's new movie, Project Hail Mary, which comes out next year in March. And of course, along with the poster came the trailer. This one here is written by Drew Goddard and then directed by Chris Lord and Phil Miller, who are amazing. And this looks great. Ryan Gosling saving the universe, meeting aliens, going to space. This looks really, really good, and from all accounts, everything I hear, this movie is going to be a banger. So, very, very excited for Project Hail Mary. Um, Drop, which is a really good movie that a lot of people did not go to see, is going to be dropping on Peacock starting July 11th. Massive rumors going around that Michael Bay will be returning to do a new Transformers. There's a writer writing the new film right now, and this is different than the G.I. Joe team up that they had been for the last couple of years. Hey man, I'm a big, big fan of the Michael Bay Transformers movies. So a lot of you out there hate them. I'm sorry, you don't like good action movies, but I love these movies, so it gets me very excited to see that Michael Bay is returning. So he took a little break. I think he'll come back with a real big banger. Why not? Gross Point Garden Society has been canceled after just one season. Vin Diesel says that Paul Walker's character may be returning for the Fast and Furious finale. He says, this is what kind of drives me crazy, right? So, Vin Diesel was at some kind of event and he said, everybody's been asking me, the studio's asking me, where is Fast X Part 2? When are we going to get the finale? And he says, I'll do the finale when I get three things. Number one, it goes back to LA. Number two, we go back to the street racing. And number three, we reunite Dom with Brian O'Connor, which of course is Paul Walker's character. He passed away many years ago, so they'll have to do a little bit of AI or CGI, whatever they want to do. Here's my thing. Fast X Part 1 is a major over the top action movie with Jason Momoa just killing everybody, lots of action. The movie ends on a massive cliffhanger. So how are you going to tell me you're going to go into the finale of this thing and go back to street racing? How do you go back to just a basic street racing movie when you're a part 2 of a massive cliffhanger action flick? It doesn't make any sense. It really, really doesn't. But I did expect to see Brian O'Connor. It's the finale. How do you end this series without, doing something in respect for him? So we'll see. But supposedly they have an April 2027 release date for this thing, and we'll see how it goes. All right. Comeback. Lisa Kudrow's HBO comedy is set for a third and final season. So congratulations there. Um, James Gunn teases Adria Arona as the next Wonder Woman. I know a lot of people are pushing for her. She's the fan favorite. He says, that he thinks she'd make a great Wonder Woman because someone asked him. It doesn't mean that that's what's going to happen, but he says she would be great. And we all think she'd be great. So we'll see if anything goes anywhere from that. Sophia Carson will star in the official trailer for My Oxford Year. This is streaming August 1st over on Netflix. We have the new Downton Abbey trailer. Downton Abbey, the grand finale. This hits theaters September 12th. Devil Wears Prada 2 is now in production, so get ready. I know a lot of people did not expect that movie would be getting a sequel at any point. The Bachelor is going to be coming back for another season. It's been renewed for season 30. Miley Cyrus and her special Something Beautiful is going to be released on Hulu and Disney Plus on July 16th. Finn Wittrock and Alexander Daddario are sinking their teeth into a biopic movie telling the story of Hershey chocolate founder Milton S. Hershey. Cynthia Erivo has teamed up with Michael Bay and Brad Fuller of Platinum Dunes to adapt the sci-fi action thriller Saturation Point for Universal Pictures. Minnie Sheridan will write the script, adapting the novel by Adrian Tarkovsky. Bill Burr is developing a sitcom at Fox about the life of comedian Earthquake. Penn Badgley and Megan Fahey are set to star in You Deserve Each Other over at Amazon MGM. It'll be a romantic comedy based on the novel by Sarah Hoggle. This is good. Penn Badgley is, of course, coming off the heels of You, which is always a win. Give me 1 second. Sorry, I got to plug in my computer. My computer is about to die here. There we go. There we go. Sorry, my bad. My bad. I didn't think I'd make it to the end of the. I was trying to make it to the end of the show, but I was getting scared because if this computer dies on me while I'm recording, that would not be a good thing. Uh, so, um, so yeah, Penn Badgley coming off the heels of You, Megan Fahey coming off the heels of Sirens and Drop. So she's on fire, he's on fire. So this sounds good, man. You Deserve Each Other, based on the novel by Sarah Hoggle. It's a romantic comedy. We have the new poster, that's right, for Downton Abbey, the grand finale. Again, this hits theaters September 12th. Viola Davis and Yahya Abdul-Mateen II are going to roll the dice for a reimagining of Dave Marnett's House of Games. Going back to Devil Wears Prada 2, Kenneth Branagh has joined the cast, along with your returning stars, Meryl Streep, Anne Hathaway, Emily Blunt, and Stanley Tucci. So there you go, guys. Your core group is coming back for the sequel. John Watts, who helped bring Final Destination Bloodlines to the screen, says he would love to work on another Final Destination movie. He said he had such a blast making Bloodlines that he would love to come back and do another one. So, and we're ready, John. Whenever you're ready, we're ready, because that was a great movie. We have the first poster for Roof Man with Channing Tatum. Of course, like I said, this is a true story. The film follows the true story of the man who lived in a Toys R Us store and robbed more than 60 McDonald's after herding staff into freezers. So, very, very interesting story. Charlize Theron will play Cersei in Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. And by the way, supposedly there's a teaser trailer for The Odyssey that'll be playing before Jurassic World Rebirth this weekend exclusively in theaters. So I will not have this one up online anytime soon. We have the new poster for the Naked Gun reboot starring Liam Neeson. Pretty funny poster. It hits theaters August 1st. Scarlett Johansson says she is moving forward with her Tower of Terror movie over at Disney. She just says it's really hard nut to crack, the harder you think, because the ride itself, there's some lore to it, but it's, I don't want to say thin, but it is kind of thin. So they're really just trying to adapt this thing, but they are moving forward on it, and they will do it, which is awesome. We got a couple things up talking about what's coming to TV and streaming and the movie theaters here in July, so keep your eyes out for that. Congrats to David Dalsmachian, another addition to the Street Fighter movie, as he is set to play M. Bison. That's right, Legendary's live action Street Fighter movie is moving forward. He will be the big bad. Interesting casting, because last I heard they were trying to get Walton Goggins for this role, which would have been fantastic. Nothing against David, but Walton Goggins would have been the shit as M. Bison. So doesn't look like it went that way. So congratulations to David Desmachi in picking that up. Jennifer Aniston is set to star in a new Apple TV Plus series based on Jeanette McCurdy's memoir, I'm Glad My Mom Died. Jeanette will serve as writer and executive producer and showrunner, so good for her. That's awesome there. Chris Pratt would Taylor Kitsch star in the trailer for the Terminal List Dark Wolf. This is a prequel series to the Terminal List. This starts streaming August 27th on Prime Video. I'm very excited for this. I love the trailer. I thought this series was going to be a straight up prequel all about Taylor Kitsch, but they actually have Chris Pratt in most of this show, which is awesome that they got Chris to come do this, man. So very, very cool. So I am ready for it, man. Terminal List was great, and I'm ready for the prequel, especially with these two guys working together, because they were the best parts about season 1 of the Terminal List. We have the new trailer for The Cat in the Hat. Bill Hader is the Cat in the Hat. And check out the trailer for the Dr. Seuss film. This hits theaters February 27th. We have the first poster for The Running Man with Glenn Powell. Poster's awesome, and like I said before, if there's a poster, there's a new trailer. Glenn Powell, Michael Cera, Coleman Domingo, and Josh Brolin star in the trailer for The Running Man. This is directed by Edgar Wright, and it hits theaters November 7th. I loved this trailer. This trailer is so, so good. This movie's going to be awesome. I have no doubt. Ready for it. Check out The Running Man. All right, Wakanda's secrets span centuries. Watch a sneak peek that we have posted up of Marvel Animation's Eyes of Wakanda. This will be a 4-episode series that debuts August 27th on Disney Plus. So there you go, man. Check that out. Congratulations to The Bear. FX has renewed it for a 5th season, so congratulations there. Squid Game Season 3 had an amazing opening weekend, one of the highest ever for Netflix, so congratulations there. Tires has been renewed for season 3 over on Netflix with Shane Gillis. It'll debut in 2026. Necaxa is going to be a new docu-series from Eva Longoria and Welcome to Wrexham duo Ryan Reynolds and Rob Mack. It is set to premiere Thursday, August 7th over on FXX. Leanne Morgan Netflix sitcom from EP Chuck Lorre will drop all 16 episodes later this month, and we have the first trailer for that. Like I said, all episodes are now up for Ironheart. Make sure you go check it out. We have an article up with executive producer Chinaka Hodge, who talks all about the show and the finale and everything you missed and everything you didn't. So check it out. Pretty cool interview with her. And a release date has been announced for Netflix's adaptation of Emily Henry's best-selling novel, People We Meet on Vacation. This is going to hit Netflix on January 9th of 2026. And on that note, my friends, that is the end of the road. So congratulations there for getting caught up with all the latest and the greatest. So that is the news of the week, and we are donezo. So let's do some plugs. Of course, amiontheair.com is the official webpage, so make sure you bookmark that, and you always have that ready to rock, ready to share with all your friends and family. amiontheair.com. Make sure you like us on Facebook at facebook.com/amiontheair. Make sure you follow on X. This is where you can get all the trailers, all the news, all the posters. Just check out our X page at x.com/amiontheair. You can follow us at simply Am I on the Air. You can follow me directly at DXDonMega. And same handles over on Threads. So make sure you follow. And you know what? We usually follow back. So there you go. If you're looking for an extra follower, I'll follow you. Why not? It's you deserve it for following me. So thank you so much there. Make sure you follow us on all social media, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Just simply search Am I on the Air? Please subscribe to our podcast on any podcast platform you listen to, like Apple Podcast or Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever you listen. Give us a subscription, give us a thumbs up, give us 5 stars. Just make sure you follow so you never miss an episode. And thank you to our great affiliates over at Red Dragons Radio and the Pop Culture Pros. Thank you for always streaming our show on demand. You can follow them at Red Dragons Radio, all one word, and at PopCulture_Pros. Thank you guys so much. And that'll do it for me on this Tuesday, July the 1st. I will be going to check out Jurassic World Rebirth on Thursday for the preview night. And then Tuesday, I am going to the early screening of Superman. So I think I'm going to have an early word of Superman for you guys by the time we do the next episode. So get ready, man. It's going to be awesome. I'm so excited. I'm at the point where I'm trying not to watch any clips. I'm trying not to watch any more of the TV spots or commercials because they're starting to do the thing again where it's just everywhere. I don't want nothing else to be spoiled for Superman. I am just ready for it. I'm a week away. Let's go. So have an amazing week, guys. Take care of yourselves and each other. And until next time, y'all. Peace. Red Dragon!